Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 145, 2092, 006, my favorite number, episode of the Nobody Asked for This podcast. I hope everyone, I hope everyone has had, I'm so boring that I'm even putting myself to sleep. Whoops. I hope everyone has had such a great day. I guess the day kind of just started. I hope everyone has had such a great week. I'm coming to you live from a parking lot. I mean, hey, title of the episode right there. Live from a parking lot. As if all of them are. Well, I guess none of these are live. I've done, I would say, a majority of them from a parking lot. Which apparently you're not supposed to do. Apparently it's not the safest activity. And by activity, I mean sitting in a parked car. I mean, all the doors are locked. I'm in what I believe to be a pretty safe neighborhood. So I'm not too stressed, but apparently that's like not recommended to just be sitting in your car. It apparently leaves you open to exposure. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, I'm sitting here with my gas station iced coffee. And okay, here's the thing. There's nothing I love more than a self-serve kind of coffee bar, gas station setup situation station. The problem is the positive is they have iced coffee. The negative is they actually don't have iced coffee, because normally the setup for the iced coffee at these places is the regular coffee machine, that they make the water like as lukewarm as possible because it can't be cold, and then they just get you to fill your cup with ice. Now here's the thing. The second that like lukewarm liquid that they can't get cold enough hits the ice melts. So you have no ice left and watery coffee. And it's delicious, so thank you, 7-Eleven. If anyone wants to know my coffee order, it's just black coffee watered down. So water with a shot of coffee. That's not my actual order, but like it's inadvertently my order at 7-Eleven. Which not many people, I mean, not to brag, not many people have just like a standard 7-Eleven coffee order. Because most people go to like, a fancier, upscale provider, let's call it. But listen, do not poo-poo the gas station coffee. It's quick, it's cheap, it probably comes off the same truck as all of the other coffee places. Not those like, our artisan, excuse me, I don't know why I'm so tired today. Not those artisan, coffee shops, but you know what I mean, like the more bougie ones. Anyway, how's everyone's week been? We are now firmly in February. Oh, I also like that as a title. Maybe let's make that both. Let me write this down, because I always say, oh, this is the title, and then I forget. Firmly in February, which I never know how to spell. Thank goodness February has started, and you're going to say, why? I thought you hate February. I do hate February. That's why I'm excited that it has started, because that means it's going to end sooner rather than later. Because for some reason, time has decided to speed up to a level that is like almost like gaslighting in a way, which I know is such an overused term, but it really is. Like, time is gaslighting us. Like, you're telling me Christmas was over a month ago? It still feels like October. Something happened in like April, May, where like I think we entered a new vortex. I'm not speaking from like an actual informed place. I'm just saying my personal feelings, and maybe people agree. But I feel like this, starting from the summer, like something happened and time just went woot. Like it went from May to February in like 3.2 seconds. Maybe 3.7. Maybe. And I'm not loving it, because I would say those are my preferred months of the year. And I'm not the biggest fan of like January, February, March, April. I just feel like nothing's happening. Also, like there's no really holidays. I guess it's always like it's like more like the stupider ones. It's like, okay, you have Valentine's Day, which P.S. Happy Valentine's Day. I don't know if that's this week or next, but no, it might be next week. What day is it? Oh no, it's this week. See, how is it the 11th already? I keep thinking it's the 7th. It's the 11th, and then by the time this actually gets out onto the internet, it's going to be, get this, the 12th. I really should just call this podcast Days of the Week. Do you know what I essentially do for the first 5 minutes? Do you know in kindergarten when you all would go to the carpet and like, I don't know if this was a universal experience or just like my kindergarten, but we would all go to the carpet and the teacher would get out the calendar and we would do like Days of the Week, and then you sing that song and then you talk about the weather, which low-key the weather has actually been like a topic of conversation because it has been so crazy. And there's days that it's like hot outside, there's days where I have to scrape my car, and those days where both of those days are actually the same day. Like this morning, ice on the windshield, I had to do the whole thing with the shovel, not the shovel, but the shovel-y thing. The ice, not the ice pick, like the ice, you know what I'm talking about if you live in a cold climate. I actually just put together that there are some people that don't have to do that. Like even if you live, like you could live in like a more moderate climate, like literally, not politically, but like I don't know, I feel like California, like yeah, it's not always like 100 degrees or whatever, but like they probably don't have to scrape their cars. Whereas I live in an area where it sometimes is 100 degrees, not usually, but sometimes. But I also sometimes have to scrape my car. Although it's not as bad as like more the East Coast of North America, where they literally get like dumps and dumps and dumps of snow, but then also like literally like 1 billion degrees in the summer. I wonder what is that. You know what? Should I become a meteorologist? We all complain about, oh, these people don't know how the weather works. They're always wrong. Like, the weatherman is the ice cream at McDonald's machine equivalent of an occupation. It's like we're all pissed off at it, but no one's doing anything to fix it. So if you're that mad, open up an ice cream shop repair company. If you need to know the weather that bad, accurately, go to meteorology school, you know? Like, let's take matters into our own hands. The only place where I really do feel like the meteorology weather detection people could do, like, for sure could do a better job is telling you, like, the current weather. Because there are times I will be standing in piss-ass rain and I check my weather app and it tells me it's, like, sunny and 12 degrees Celsius. So, like that's wrong. Like, I can't defend that. I can defend, like, you thought it was going to snow and it didn't. Like, it is annoying that, like, you know, we thought it was going to snow, so everyone went out and bought all the toilet paper type deal, and then it's like, oh crap, we don't need all that toilet paper because it didn't actually snow. But, like, that I get. Like, maybe it passed, or I mean, we've all been in a situation where, you know, a storm we think is brewing and then luckily it passes. Like, that's just like a daily occurrence for a meteorologist. So that's fine. I can defend that. I can't defend you telling me that I don't need an umbrella when in fact I do, because it's like pouring rain and you're saying it's sunny. Like, at least have someone with their finger on the pulse of what's happening in the now. Maybe I need that job. Maybe that's how I can best help. Because when I ask Alexa, you know, what's the weather? Or that other gal, who I can't say her name or else it'll start, you know, blowing up, but Siri. If I say, hey, Siri, what's the weather today? And then I'm getting told that, like, right now it's cloudy. So I dress for cloudy and I walk out and I actually needed, like, a trench coat. I guess not a trench coat. Just like a coat, like a winter coat. Like, that's not going to work for me. Now, to tie this all together, where I don't need to know the weather is 7-Eleven, because no matter what, I will be getting a watery iced coffee come hell or high water. And if anyone has a problem with that, I mean, I respect it. I have to make podcast content too. So if you need to talk for 15 minutes about how it's stupid for people to order iced coffee in the winter, I'm not going to judge you for that. I'm just going to strongly disagree because, I'm sorry, when it's cold outside and you want a Big Mac and you have a coupon, right? You have that like full meal for $5 coupon. Let's say that exists. You're going to get a soda, you're going to get a pop. And the fries, of course. So let's say you do that, but it's during a blizzard. You're somehow you're able to get out of it, or maybe you grew up somewhere where there's snow, so you're able to shovel, or you're doing online ordering app. Just because it's cold outside, does that mean you're gonna get a warm Coca-Cola? No, you're gonna get a Coca-Cola with ice, which is liquid and ice in a cup. That's all I got. Now the argument would be, well, they don't have warm Coca-Cola. Well, that's not my problem either. Now, maybe you could get it without ice, you could say. Okay, fair. Guess what I do when it's really cold? I walk up to the barista and I say, can I have an iced coffee with no ice? And they say, absolutely. Now, that is a double win because 1, it's not so cold. And 2, you get more. They're filling up these cups with way too much ice to the point where you're drinking half water. Which is good, stay hydrated, but maybe stay hydrated in more of a non-expensive way would be my advice. I just made eye contact with somebody in the parking lot. That's funny. Should I wave? I'm gonna wave. Okay, I waved. See, luckily I record these on my phone, and I hold it in a way that looks like I'm just not on purpose, but I happen to be holding it in a way that looks like I'm just on speakerphone. So I enjoy that because then people don't think I'm weird. Well, people don't think I'm even more weird than they probably already think and would be correct about. How do we feel about pickled onions? I would say I'm not someone with much opinions. I don't think that's English. I don't have many strong opinions. I really can be swayed either way. I will hear one argument and be yes, I totally agree. And then I will hear the contradicting argument and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're a genius. I totally agree. And you could probably pick that up if you've listened to enough episodes of the Nobody Asked for This podcast, which I don't think many people have, but it's fine. I'm not mad. But I even talking alone to myself, I'll say well, there's this, but then also the argument would be that. So that just kind of gives you a glimpse into the overthinking process that is going on up in this noggin. But where did that term come from? Why is it called a noggin? Going up in this head. Regardless. What was I talking about? I'm a contradiction? Oh, pickled onions, of course. It's every other time I enjoy a pickled onion. I'll have a pickled onion and I'll think, oh, this is great. And then I think what happens is I remember liking it. So I get double pickled onions next time. But then it's too many pickled onions. So I'm like, oh, I can't have another pickled onion. They're also kind of a little bit too sweet. I think they put sugar in not the batter, but the brine. So stop putting sugar in your pickled onions, people. Maybe a little bit to offset the vinegar. But I want to taste I don't want to taste like onion. I actually don't like onions. I don't like raw onions. I like cooked and I like, what is that called? Pickled sometimes. Just something to offset it a little bit. But yeah, I love a pickled vegetable. Do you know what's actually really good? It's kind of hard to find. Pickled cauliflower. Don't knock it until you try it. It tastes I also like salt and vinegar chips. I don't know. That's just me. This is a very random episode. I unfortunately, for you all, do have to run. So that will be the end. But I think we'll pick this up at Pickled Onions next week. So I'm going to thank you for listening. I'm going to go finish my fancy coffee. I'm going to encourage you all to support your local gas station. If you can find like a mom and pop gas station, especially, you should do that. I so appreciate you listening, truly. If you like what you've heard, you can go to podcastnobodyaskforthis.podbean.com. And yeah, take care. I will talk to you next week. Goodbye.